I'm here with Chris Mannix, Luke Bagman Never Drop podcast ahead of Vergil, Ortiz versus Erickson, Lubin. Chris, obviously you'll be on the broadcast. What's the most important part of this fight? We know these two can bang it out. Do you see it someone trying to box, or is it just going to be banging it out all 12 rounds?
You know, talking to both these guys today, I think there's going to be a feeling out process early on, but I think ultimately it's going to devolve into a real fight. I mean, Vergil's instinct is to go to war. We asked him, like, what do you prefer to do? He said, I want to fight. I want to go to war. And look, Lubin is a good boxer. He was a talented guy coming out of the Olympics, but everything I've seen since then is a guy that equally wants to fight when it comes down to it. So I think first round, second round, bit of a feeling out. By the third round, these two guys are going to be slugging it out.
Definitely. Elephant in the room, well, he might be in the building tomorrow. Boots Ennis. I mean, is it just simple as Vergil versus Boots is one of maybe the top 3 fights you can make in boxing in 2026?
I think that when you look at U.S. fights, Vergil against Boots is in the top 3. 2 in their prime American fighters, black fighter versus a Mexican fighter, Northeast fighter versus a Texas-based fighter. You got all the elements for a great super fight. It was disappointing that we didn't get it at 147. I think if Vergil beats Lubin and looks impressive, it's going to be even bigger at 154. I think that's a Vegas fight. It's a pay-per-view fight. I think that's one of the marquee fights of 2026 if Vergil could get there.
Does Vergil have to make a statement? Obviously, Boots had the first round knockout, but Lima isn't the quality of Erickson Lubin. Is a win versus Erickson Lubin match the statement that Boots made in the 1 round, or does Vergil maybe have to get him out there in spectacular fashion?
No, I don't think he has to. Look, Lima got beaten like 90 seconds. Like, we're not beating Erickson Lubin like that. Erickson Lubin is the real deal. I think as the more impressive that Vergil is, the bigger the Boots fight gets. Like, I thought Lima was pretty impressive. Like, Lima, maybe he wasn't a great boxer, but he was durable. He was top 10 ranked by 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. For your first fight at a new weight, that wasn't bad. I mean, Vergil, his first couple of fights were Frederick Lawson and Thomas Delorme. Like, you ease your way into it at times. But if Vergil dominates Erickson Lubin, or even if it's competitive and Vergil gets a stoppage, it's just going to make that Boots fight, which is already huge, a massive fight.
November is a massive month. You got Ring a couple weeks after this, Ring 4. What's your favorite fight on that card? That you can pick, I mean, there's a lot to choose from.
I mean, I would say Devin Haney and Brian Norman. I give Devin a ton of credit. Like, I don't know why people hate Devin so much. Like, he just seems to be such a polarizing guy. But to come off like a year and a half after being beat up by Ryan Garcia, to jump up another weight class and face a guy that is easily the biggest puncher in that division, that takes some real intestinal fortitude. That takes some real guts to do. Now, Devin and his team clearly see something. They clearly believe they can outbox him, but there are much easier fights for Devin Haney to take. What I think Devin Haney is doing is putting himself in position that if he wins this fight, and let's say Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios, all of a sudden a fight that seemed dead in the water as recently as last May is even bigger than it was the first time around.
100%. Last question before I get you out of here. I'm taking you to the hardwood. Give me a team so far that's been surprising, maybe good or bad in the NBA season so far.
Chicago in good. They have won a lot of games with their bench. Like, their starters have been good, but the efficiency of those second unit guys has been remarkable. They go 10 deep and they play all 10 guys. They're really impressive. Disappointing. Dallas is the easy one but they don't have Kyrie Irving. I'm more disappointed in Orlando. They've kind of got an identity crisis right now. Their defense isn't what it used to be. They're playing fast for some reason. I thought Desmond Bane would be a lot better. I still think they'll find their watermark, their high watermark, but so far not so good for Orlando.
Chris, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.